It's about to get live. We keep it pretty level, no surprise. Come and listen to the topic plus. Yeah, check out our discussion. Keith Norris and D2K. K-Bump 20 on the MIC. Jet I Night all the way in Germany. Leveled head, you know who that boy is. When they say live and level, live and level. We on that MIC. Live and level, live and level. We just talking them games. Live and level, live and level. Take a seat and listen up, man. Live and level, live and level. What's up, people? This is your boy Leveled Head, and we are back with another live and leveled gamers podcast. And I have my boy in the building with a whole new font, so I don't even know who that is in your thumbnails. Who's that picture of, man?
That is All Might from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
He is basically like a Superman type figure with a twist. He actually is hurt in the story, but like when you watch it, you'll see. Pretty dope.
Now, is this the one you was kind of putting, telling me I should check out?
Yeah.
Okay. I might do that. So, yes, welcome to the show. I'm going to the live chat right now. So if you're in the live chat, the truth is already here. Welcome. So if you're listening and if you're in the live chat, go ahead and sign off and I'll give you a live shout out over the airwaves. We are here to talk. There's a lot to discuss since the last time we met up. It's kind of interesting that we ended talking about retro.
Right.
And literally moments later, like that same night or the next morning anyway, Nintendo announces that that they have scrapped everything that they was doing with Metroid Prime 4 and starting over and handed back the development duties to Retro Studios. So we definitely got to talk about this. Welcome to the show, Cornelius. Ace Tech HD. So yeah, man. So we got to get it in. So, but before we do all that, man, what's been good, man? What's been going on? Anything special? Anything interesting you've done?
Nothing. Nah. Pretty much the same as last time.
Okay.
Still alive. That's all I can say.
Man, you got Netflix, right?
I do.
Bro, it's this movie on Netflix that just came out of sometime this week, or maybe a week or so ago. It's called Polar.
Yeah.
Bruh, have you seen it?
I was trying to watch it, but my kids was being extra rowdy, so I couldn't really pay attention.
Man,
I saw it. I was like, is that Johnny Knoxville on the beginning part?
Yeah, that is him at the beginning. And like I said, it definitely ain't safe for child viewing. I learned my lesson. I was watching it, and you know how you watching something, you just got a chance to sit down and you kind of trying to rest or what's the word? Relax from your day, and you get in that comfortable position and you end up falling asleep.
Mm-hmm. So
I fell asleep through all the beginning and everything, maybe about 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And because I was and my twins was in the front with me and they was on their tablets and stuff. So I was like, man, let me rewind this movie back to see what I missed. And I was like, oh Lord, I hope my girls I hope they wasn't in here when that was going on. It was a lot. Yeah, so I felt bad. I was like, but my wife had came and got him, but I felt, man, I was like, I am not being a responsible father at this time.
That
but I was
crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. And when I didn't realize, I didn't even know Johnny Knoxville was in it because, like I said, I slept through that part. So, but being that we are grown, and I know the listeners that listen pretty much are of age, man, I'm telling you, man, that movie if you watch it from front to end, you're gonna be like, man, this is a pretty dope movie. It's almost like it shouldn't even be on
Netflix.
Yeah. It don't feel like it's. I feel like some of these movies that are coming to Netflix deserve some time at the theater, bro. But yeah, Cornelius, I slept about 20 minutes, man. You put the movie on, kick your shoes off, and lay back and lounge, and I got a pretty comfortable couch upstairs. You know what I'm saying? A sectional that's my whole family, all 6 of us can sit on there, and all of us have room. That's how big it is. So once you sit back in that boy, it suck you in, and there you go. The next thing you know, you waking up. So that's what happened to me, bro. But don't be saying Bird Box was trash. The ending was the ending was questionable, but the movie was pretty good, man. I can't give you that, Cornelius. It wasn't trash. But anyway, are you saying it was, Keith?
No. I love Bird Box.
Okay, so no, I can't give you that, Cornelius. I'm gonna have to disagree. One of the few times we don't agree on something. But anyway, man. With that being said, let's get into what you've been gaming on. What you been gaming on, Keith?
Same old. I'm actually playing Spider-Man right now, so excuse my rudeness.
I hear the keys clicking.
Yeah, same old.
Okay. I got a chance to check out that Resident Evil demo.
Yes.
And bro, I'm gonna be honest. I never played Resident Evil 2. That was on my PlayStation hating days. So I never got around to playing 2. I played Code Veronica on the Dreamcast, and I played the remake Resident Evil 1 on the GameCube. Definitely played Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
But I never, like I said, I never got a chance to. Honestly, I played it, but it was just like in bits and pieces. I never, and my baby down here. Go on back upstairs. Thank you, boo-boo. I said go on upstairs. Yeah, that's what you call being a father on duty, man. Anyway, so I have played a little bit of it, but not enough to feel like I can qualify myself as saying I know what the game was about. But man, I'm not gonna front, bro. The atmosphere and the atmosphere was ridiculous in this game. Like when you cross over into the when you finally figure out where to go and you crawl up under when the little thing gets stuck and you got to crawl up under it to go into the other hallways of the prison or the police station.
Yeah.
And you see the blood on the wall, and you see all the blood going down the hallway and the lights out and you walking on water. Man, that whole atmosphere, dude, I'm not going to front. It took me a minute to build up the courage and the will to walk down. Bro, I was sitting like, man, I ain't felt this in a long time in the game. I was like, I haven't felt. What's up, Lurking Ghoul? Welcome to the show. I haven't felt, and it was daytime. It wasn't even night. It was daytime, but I was at the crib by myself. So I'm sitting here playing this game. I'm like, oh man. So I was like, I got to talk about it. So I got to man up. So I was going through, and I would say this, man. I definitely like the fact that you can move while you shoot.
Right.
And I like the fact that the aiming was easy. You know, normally in Resident Evil, the aiming ain't, aiming kind of choppy and kind of suspect. It wasn't like that. I was getting headshots with ease in this game. But they was bullet sponges, bro. This one girl, I don't know how far you got, but I got to the scene where you go through the back way, you meet the dude who you saw on the camera. And you got to go to that location. You get there, and he like, let me in. You open it up, and you trying to pull him in, and the zombie basically, does what he does to him. This is a remake. He eats him up. You pull his torso through, and he basically looking like something out of Aliens, out of the movie Aliens.
Right.
So I go back through, walk around to the back way, come back up, and then that's when they all start busting in on you, right? So I'm capping him, I'm shooting him, and I'm freaking out, but I'm freaking out inside, but I'm handling it though, you know. So I get up there, I shoot a few of them more, and I get back to that door and go to crawling under, and then they grab your foot, and then the black cop pulls you through, and you know he shot up and he tell you some stuff, and then you go to the other side. Yeah. That's where I was like, oh my God, man, this is uncomfortable. Like when that girl was beating, or that woman was beating on that window, and you can see her shadow bouncing off the walls, and you really couldn't make out where she was at first. But you knew, you play Resident Evil, you know that that's a window, and I didn't know if I should have shot her or walked around her, like, you know, I was scared they was gonna do one of them bus ends, and so I just shot her.
Yeah,
I didn't take no chances. I just started capping her straight through the window. But I got around to the other part where you go in and they start busting in, and by that time my game ended. But I thought it was pretty good, man. I think it's a good game. Am I going to buy it?
You'd be like me. Wait.
Yeah, I'm going to wait, because that's one of them games I would love for my wife to be there, but she wouldn't watch it. For moral support, for support. For support. No, I'm just playing, but games like that, I think she even though she don't like scary stuff, I think with a game like that, she might actually sit there and watch me play it. But no, it's definitely a dope game. I got to give them to it. Capcom did their thing on that.
I think I was stuck in the where was I stuck in? I was in the somewhere where I had to do like open up the safe or something like that, but I couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden the game, and I didn't really know it was 30 minutes until I realized. I was like, oh, it's only 30 minutes. That's why it's in it. I was kind of confused because I was, really gonna play it. But it's really good. I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't aimed with a dual analog in a while, so I was a little slow. I'm so used to mouse and keyboard. But it's pretty good. I get it once,
Bargain Bennett. You're Bargain Bennett.
Yeah, and they put all the DLC because they're gonna have DLC.
Right, they will. Yeah, I ain't in no rush to get it right now, but it's definitely, if you are into those type of games, it's definitely worth at least a look. I mean, I don't know how much the game costs, but Capcom definitely this is a real for real remake. This is not upgraded. This is a remade from ground up, new stuff in it. The controls, everything is just, and it made me feel like Resident Evil 4. And it's like, it just reminded me of, I'm gonna be honest, it reminded me of how good Resident Evil 4 was.
Right.
And I was like, man, I forgot how good Resident Evil 4 was as far as cinematics, ambience, the atmosphere, the moody, dark seclusion, the sound. Like, I got surround sound, a pretty decent one upstairs and real good one down here. And that surround was kicking, man. But anyway, yeah, it was cool. That's about all I played this week. I didn't get any Smash Bros in, so we can basically move on. But I want to say this. Lurkin Ghoul said we interrupted him watching Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Oh, man.
Bro, Keith, I got to see a real good quality version of it. Man.
This man done walked away.
Man. Bro, look. I know what D2K, how D2K helped me see it.
Yeah.
No, that didn't do no justice, bro. Like, when I saw this, dude, I watched it like 2.5 times. Broly is a tank. He the Hulk of Dragon Ball Z, basically.
You heard him when he said when he was flipping Goku. I got hit. I was trying to do the perfect dodge. When he got hit, he was like, "Oh, puny God," and that was like
he said that?
Yeah, that was straight out of Marvel, the Avengers.
I didn't catch that part. I know he was slamming him like Hulk did. Loki. So, but yeah, man. That's a good movie. That's definitely a day one purchase for me. The storyline was really good.
Oh Lord, I'm trying to die.
I liked how they retconned and retold the story of Burdock and how they wrote that in. I think this made more sense than the one where Burdock basically is the first Super Saiyan or something like that.
Yeah.
And he kind of like this one made him wiser and discerning and basically quick-witted to where he seemed to be smarter than King Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like Burdock was smart. He was a smart person. And so overall, do I like everything about the movie? No, there's some aspects about it that I didn't like. And there's some definite changes because I seen the English version because the one I watched was subtitled, so you was reading it, and the English dub changes some of the stuff that Goku them saying. It don't say like what the Japanese version said. Like when Goku jumps into the fight, and he basically said, "Okay, I guess it's time for me to jump in." Like as if Vegeta was couldn't handle it. The English dub says, well, you know what the English. He's like, well, he said, I want a chance to fight him. Basically, that's what he says in English. So I kind of like the Japanese, the subtitle and what the Japanese version was saying better than the English translation. But it's definitely a good movie.
I'm gonna have to check out the Japanese version. I'm gonna buy that movie. I'm gonna have to check out the Japanese version.
Yeah, man. The subtitles. You got Fire Stick?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
Okay, I was gonna say you could check it out on there, and they got both versions. But anyway, let's get it in. I'm sending my wife. I'm sending me some food down. I feel like I'm doing y'all wrong by eating because this stuff is good. But let's get into these topics. So, because we ain't gonna be here long tonight, so we're gonna give y'all about 40 more minutes, hopefully. So. Last week, we was talking about Retro Studios.
Man.
And we was talking about the fact that me and you and D2K was like, is it time for Nintendo to start purchasing and creating new studios because of, for development purposes, right? Mm-hmm. And basically to myself, I don't remember what D2K said. I don't remember what you said, but to me, I was saying, until they show me something, Retro Studios is basically dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Because when was the last thing we got from Retro Studios was Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Switch and a few tracks for Mario Kart, right?
Right.
And so we get off the podcast and, we had a pretty good podcast. And the next morning, who's this guy? Who's the guy? I can't think of his name.
Tanabe?
Is that his name?
I think that's his name.
Well, he a Nintendo rep who the overseer of the Metroid Prime 4 development has a video basically apologizing. Hold up. I had to mute my mic and tell him to shut the door. Basically apologizing for what was being announced that they're scrapping all the development of Metroid Prime 4. It's like, now, first of all, let me ask you this. How did you feel when you heard that they're totally scrapping Metroid Prime 4?
Dude, I was in total shock. I'm trying to think where I was when I watched that video. I think I was at work. And I'm just sitting there watching it like, what's going on? Like it didn't dawn on me, it didn't hit me. And I was like, wait, are they serious? I wasn't mad or anything like that, but I was like, yo, I can't believe they're actually doing this. Like I didn't think we would hear anything from Retro, from about this game. And I thought we was gonna get a direct and see some stuff, but I did not think anything like this was going to happen. I was in total shock. Total shock.
Bro, I was at work and I saw the video. First I saw, be honest, I follow OJ. Mm-hmm. And OJ dropping dang near 10 videos a day. I don't know how dude. To me, it ain't that serious. But anyway, but he pretty consistent with dropping up, news, and I watch him, and he was talking to us, so I was like, and I saw delay, so I watched it, but I was like, well, I want to see the real thing, what's going on. So I went to it, and I was at my work. It was like 6:37 in the morning, bro. I kind of melted in my seat. I was like, oh man, are you serious? You not only are you delaying Metroid Prime 4, you are absolutely starting over.
Man.
And part of me wanted to get mad. Cause it's like we've been waiting for you. You announced that little font, and we've been waiting for this game for a long time. Our expectation and excitement for it was up. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it deflated me. And then they said the magical words. And we're heading development responsibilities back over to Retro Studios. and you know what? It kind of took the sting out of it. Even though I was still upset and not upset and said I was mad at it, but just like disappointed, because that's a major game that we always looking forward to seeing. We want to see what the next Salmus, the next Metroid Prime 4 entry is going to be like. But when they announced that, man, and he said Retro Studios was taking over development responsibilities, that took a little of the sting out of the announcement. What did it do that for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I was sitting there thinking like, okay, I can respect this. Because it would have been worse. They was like, we're just going to completely cancel the game. We're not going to move forward with it. But they couldn't do that because of the announcement with the JPEG that they gave us in, what was that, 2017?
Yeah,
so they couldn't,
2017.
They couldn't just outright say we're going to cancel the game. So they had to, come through with something. But it made me feel good. It made me have some type of hope that, okay, Retro is still around. They're doing something. Apparently, I've been hearing that there was a game that they were making, and it should be on the way out. So it gave me some reassurance that, okay, we're still going to get the game.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Tony. Welcome. Now, so the question has to be asked, Keith. For Nintendo to do this, in your estimation and belief without knowing, how bad was things going with this game? Like, if without us having, because they didn't give us really no details of what the problem was, what do you think could have been the issues for them to totally do away with the game and just start over?
I could think of two problems: Federation Force, or they were trying to Star Fox Zero it. We can make it really, really fun, and it probably wasn't. And they were probably thinking like, this is not gonna work. Miyamoto was over there probably like, yeah, you can pick up the Switch Joy-Cons and do this, blah blah blah. That's not what people want from Metroid Prime. Let's not change. So I think they were trying to do some new and inventive stuff, and it's like, for this game, let's just not reinvent the wheel and take it back to where it was created. So I think that's what happened. They were trying to do something new and innovative, and it was not necessary, and they had to stop.
Okay. Haruhai is in the building. What's that game that because the rumor was it was Bandai Namco, what was it? Bandai Namco Singapore, something like. So from what I understood, this game was being developed at multiple studios.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Singapore had aspects of the game. I guess Bandai Namco had aspects of the game, and so the game was being developed in different locations, different parts of the game was being developed. And what I understood, some of the game or certain places was really good, and some of the game in other places were really bad. And it's like, that's confusing, man. Like,
right.
So, how do I want to put this? Do you think? Because I know Bandai had that one game, that shooting game that came out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I can't remember the name of it. I played the demo, but it was, I don't even want to talk about it because I can't think of the name. But it had a Metroid like atmosphere, but it didn't play like Metroid. It was kind of fast paced. I think Platinum Games actually made it. I think Platinum Games actually made the game, if I'm not mistaken. It's a shooting game. I hate when I do that. My brain freezes. I can't think of the name of the game. But anyway, not to belabor that. So I think Nintendo's approach to the development of this game was bad from the get-go.
Right.
I don't think they had the right approach in the development. And then it goes to go to Retro. Was it that Retro was too busy with something else to take on the task of Metroid Prime 4 at that time? That's why they was, pitching it and kind of put it in the hands of third-party studios. And if that's the case, what do we think Retro was working on? Is it done? Did they cancel it? Like, what do you think is that has changed that Retro to where Nintendo is now giving this game back to Retro?
Yeah, I think they were too busy, and I think they were too small to probably take it on originally. So I think that's what was going on. What they were actually working on, I hope it was something original. That's what I could only hope. But I heard, somebody talked about the Star Fox Racing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest with you, that don't really do nothing for me. To hear that, Star Fox Racing, I'm not excited about that because we're still waiting on a good Star Fox. And you talking about you want to make a racing game, but then you already got Mario Kart. I'm not excited about this. This isn't, I don't want to say turn me on, but it doesn't get me excited. So I hope that's not what they were working on. I would love for them to have been working on something original, something that they wanted to make, and something that we're probably going to hopefully get soon.
So do you think we're going to get it soon? Because here's the thing, and I know Hazard said in the comment, but I was about to bring this up anyway. Supposedly, Retro, the rumor is, I don't know how factual this is, but the rumor is Retro went to Nintendo with a tech demo of their idea for what Metroid Prime 4 could be.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is my thing. For Retro to do that, there must have been echoing chirps and noise about the development progress with the game already. For what reason would Retro have to come with a demonstration for what they could do with the title if the problems with the title wasn't being echoed throughout Nintendo behind the scenes? So I hope that the rumor is true that Retro did come to Nintendo and be like, look, this is what we can do. And they loved it so much that they scrapped everything and said, do what y'all doing. And I hope that the game that they was working on is like what you said, a game from ground up, not a Star Fox racing game, because I don't really see that as appealing to me. I don't see that. When I first heard about it, it didn't appeal to me. So I hope it ain't true. I hope it's something in line with what Retro was already doing with a Metroid type of a title and just did their own type of thing in that type of vein. And because I think that's what Nintendo needs. I think Nintendo needs Metroid, but now that we're not getting Metroid, Nintendo needs something in the vein of a Metroid shooter, serious toned, teen to adult feel game. I think that's what they need at this point in the stage. We got Odyssey, we got Smash Bros, we got Breath of the Wild, we got Kart, we got Splatoon. I think Metroid was the right game for right now. And the fact that that game is now leaving out, and we don't even know when we're going to see Metroid now, because if they scrapping it, it could be 3 years before you see this game.
No? But the Nintendo logic is, well, you got Wolfenstein. That's not what we wanted. We didn't care about that. I mean, let me take it back. Wolfenstein is great to have on the Switch. That's not what I'm saying. We're saying what, from Nintendo. What do we, something from them? And I know Nintendo's logic is, oh, we got y'all some third-party games. That's what y'all been wanting. That's what, that's what we've been missing. But it's like, nah, Nintendo, what are y'all? Because I don't feel like Nintendo did a lot in 2018. I really don't. No. As far as like the games I was interested in, anyways. I didn't play that Pokemon game that Eevee and Pikachu. Hey, it's me or something like that.
But it's selling like crazy.
Yeah. Can't deny that. Can't deny that.
Yeah, we'll get that in a second. No, but yeah, I'm Richard. I never played any of them games. I mean, Smash. First party titles for 2018 for me from Nintendo was Smash, Mario Tennis, and what else did I buy in 2018? First party. Smash, Mario, Tennis. What else came out?
In 18?
Yeah,
Smash,
first party.
Mario Tennis, Pokemon.
Didn't buy that. Mario Party, didn't buy that.
Yeah.
Toad, didn't buy that. Didn't Toad come out? No, that Toad came out last year.
Toad, was it nothing? Yeah, that's 18. Which is a really good game, but I wasn't going to buy it again.
I need to buy it, but I didn't buy that. So I only bought 2 Nintendo first party titles last year.
I didn't buy any.
Yeah, I bought 2. So I bought Aces and I bought Smash. That was it. And so Nintendo didn't do a whole lot. I mean, Smash is a great game. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think as much time went into Smash as we think. I think they took the template of the Wii U version, up-resed it, cleaned it up, and added a whole lot of characters to it. That's basically what that game is. It's basically Mario Kart Deluxe for Smash Bros. So I don't see a whole bunch of effort being spent and thrown at that game because it's basically what we had on Wii U, filtered and up-res and made to look better and just poured in with a whole bunch of characters. I'm not saying that they didn't do a lot of work, but I don't look at it like I look at an Odyssey. I don't look at it like Breath of the Wild, where they had to go to the drawing board and craft up a whole new game. No, they just took what was the template that was already there and improved it and gave it back to you cleaner with more characters. If you feel that way or you disagree, let me know.
Yeah, I kind of disagree a little bit. The one thing about Smash Brothers is that they have to make sure it's balanced. So adding the new characters, especially somebody like Ridley, they got to balance it out. They got to tone some of the characters down. I don't know who it was. Was it Meta Knight? I think was OP at one point.
Yeah. Bayonetta.
I only played a little bit with Bayonetta and.
But you couldn't use Bayonetta at the Evo tournaments because they was fussing about how OP she was. But do you think balancing the characters take a lot of effort? Like can you put a small team to balancing out these characters and making sure that they are fairly fitted into the game?
It could. I mean, but I think that's why they do a lot of clones. Like they could make separate sets and stuff like that for characters, but I think that's exactly why they do clones, because it's like, okay, we could just put a different skin on this character, but actually going and trying to give new moves and all this other stuff and how powerful it's going to be, that takes time. And since this game is, in tournaments and stuff, they have to make sure it's right.
I got you. So with that being said, I go to this last question on this Metroid and this delay. Now that Metroid Prime has been basically shelved or basically back on the drawing floor and back into development. What game that we know of? Because I would think that Metroid, for them to be announcing this, they must have been prepping Metroid Prime 4 for holiday season.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. This game was going to either be coming out October, November, somewhere in that frame. Post E3, this game was going to be coming out somewhere September, October, November. Somewhere in there, Metroid Prime 4 was supposed to be coming out. Now that game is gone, what is going to replace it?
Lordy. It's a good question. What do they have?
Well, we Cars, we know they got the Pokemon, the
Oh yeah, Pokemon. I forgot
Pokemon,
the mainline Pokemon.
The mainline Pokemon. You got rumored. Well, it ain't rumored. It's been developed, but we ain't seen nothing from it. Bayonetta 3.
Fire.
What was the?
They got Fire.
Luigi's Mansion is and this is my theory on this. We already seen actual in-game footage of Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
We never saw anything of Metroid. So, huh? Yeah, except for that JPEG, that font. So my theory is Luigi's Mansion is farther along in development and could easily, in my opinion, carry the end of the year with a Pokemon main line game. I think that's, I don't know if that's, I think Pokemon alone is enough, but do you think Luigi's Mansion could be that holiday game that stands in for Metroid? I know that really don't sound right, but I'm putting it out there.
Nah, it got to be Pokemon or Fire Emblem.
But see, we already know Pokemon is a go, right? We know that I don't mean to use that like, we already know Pokemon is a real thing that's happening this year. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, if we were believing that, because to me, for them to make this announcement, you had to have a lot planned for revealing this game this year. So to say it now at this time, that means that this is why the Direct is delayed. I think this game was probably going to be a major piece of that Direct. Do you think so?
Yeah. Because once they showed the Direct and it wasn't there, people would have been asking questions. So,
okay.
I think it would have been a major letdown too. Like, where is the game that we've been waiting for? Like, we should see something now. It's been a year.
He said, Heart and Soul. Welcome to the show, Heart and Soul. Heart and Soul said Pokemon don't need help. I guess that's true. You tell the truth. Cornelius brought up the Yokai Watch game. What you think? Like, that game don't look bad. It don't look bad at all.
It's not for me, but I think I think it's gonna be a major seller. But it's not for me.
I do like the fact that it ain't turn-based, that you actually in control of whoever the protagonist is. But it don't look bad. It look better than Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu.
Yeah.
At least in that vein. So Pokemon, that game unsold right now, I think what, 4 million? It's like 4 or 5 million.
Are we doing it separately or are we doing it in totality, Pokemon?
Totality.
I thought it was like 8 million.
Dang, it's 8 million? You gotta look that up.
What you post? I thought you posted that.
I did. I thought it was 4. Let me get that pulled up. But I could have swore it was 4. But If you know down in the comment section, let us know, man. But let's move on from this. I hope that Metroid Prime 4 turns out to be good. I hope that Retro Studios, because one of the things that's happening too is a lot of the people that worked on the original Metroid Prime games, a lot of them folks gone.
And the truth said 10 million.
Dang. Golly. We got to get to these sales here in a second. But a lot of the folks that made Metroid Prime, the original Metroid Prime and that whole trilogy, a lot of all, if not all, majority of them folks are not at Retro Studios anymore. So are you concerned that Retro won't be able to pull it off since they basically are a new studio themselves?
No, I'm not concerned because you basically got fans who probably were very big fans of the original trilogy making the game, and then you got Nintendo, who is obviously, as you can see, is really with the quality control. So I'm not concerned at all. I think they'll intervene if they see something like not going in the direction of the original but better. I think they will step in and do what's necessary to say, hey, we need to get this back on track. So I'm really not concerned. I think, and I think the whole Western mindset is what this game was needing. I think Metroid Prime was a Western mindset, whereas Federation Force, even though it had the Metroid Prime moniker, was not a Western mindset game. And I think that was one of the major issues. So, and I think I just made up a word too. So,
well, I mean, hey, I understood what you were saying, but yeah, I just posted all the stuff I posted. I actually didn't have Pokemon down as the games that I was brought up for as the sales. So let's move on. And let's go to these sales because, like I said, we ain't gonna be here super long tonight. So we was talking about the Switch last week and its total sales, and Nintendo projecting to sell 20 million within this year of the Switch, and they kind of retallied that, I heard, and dropped that down from 20 million to 17 million. So right now, currently, December numbers, up to December, the number of Switches sold is 32 million. Mm. The Switch is literally 2 months from being a full 2 years old, and they have already managed to double what the Wii U sold. Like, because Wii U sold 13, so that would be 26 million. Mm-hmm. And you add another 6 on top of that. So the Switch has doubled, and they have doubled the Wii U plus another 6 million. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you think about this? Like, we talked about it last week.
It's impressive. It lets you know that what was wrong with the Wii U was the fact that bad marketing, because I think it was D2K who said it last week. I forgot what he was watching, but he said he kept seeing Switch commercials. Just Switch commercials and just them announcing and showing games. I think it was Smash he was talking about directly.
Yeah.
He said he kept seeing a bunch of Smash commercials, and to me, that's one of the differences, because their marketing, and it makes sense. I think I was talking last week that I saw a little kid playing Smash Brothers out in the wild. I rarely saw 3DSs, and we know how well they sold.
But hold up. Welcome to the show, East 99 Eternal. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just saying, I just think that this is a good product. It makes sense. You got you don't have the best graphics. We know that. You don't have the best resolution and top of the line equipment with the Switch, but what you do have is great for what it is. And you've never been able to play games that has the same quality on the go before, in my opinion.
True, and I'm gonna be honest. the games that are there on the Switch are not shabby. Like I had the PlayStation 4 and jumping from the PlayStation 4 to the Switch, I don't feel like I'm getting a diminished experience. That like when you went from the 360 to the Wii, you felt like you were stepping back a little bit. When you go from the PlayStation 4 to the Switch, I don't feel that as much. I ain't saying it's not on par with the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, but I don't feel like I'm stepping into a dated experience. I feel like Breath of the Wild, Odyssey, Splatoon, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, even down to games like Doom and Wolfenstein and LA Noire and what else I got up there? Aces, Orms at that time when we was kind of trying to like Orms. I never felt like when I jumped. Huh?
I said, I think that was you.
Yeah, I was trying my best. I gave Orms a fair shake. It just didn't shake out. But I never felt like I was getting a diminished experience, even down to games like Paladins and Fortnite and what's the new one that's up, coming? War. Dang it, I just downloaded that game. Warframe.
Yeah.
Like them games look good on the Switch. Do they look like the PlayStation 4? No, they don't look as good as the PlayStation 4, but they still look good. And I think like I play NBA 2K19 on the Switch. And I come down here and I play it on the Xbox One with my son. And between the two, there's little drop off. There's not a lot of drop off. Is there drop off? Yes. Is the lighting as good as the Xbox One? No. But you quickly that doesn't stay dominant in your mind as you play. It's like this is a pretty good game. Now, what is different is the frame rate in 2K. You can definitely see that this game ain't as smooth as 60 frame. You can tell that you playing a 30 frame versus a 60 frame when you play a game like NBA 2K19. But visually, it ain't that much drop off. So I think the Switch is in such a sweet spot far as its visuals and what it offers that people are willing to sacrifice the extra bells and whistles for the luxury of I can go anywhere with this. And it's starting to show. That's like Nintendo has the perfect pitch and the perfect medium. Like it's gonna scratch your itch and it's gonna get the job done. And it's like that'll do, And these sales is ridiculous. 32 million Switches sold. Smash. This one blew me away. Smash in total has moved 12 million copies.
I don't believe it. Nah.
12 million copies of Smash. Mario Kart, 15 million. Odyssey, either 11 or 13 million. Yeah, Odyssey, 13 million. Legend of Zelda, 11 million. Splatoon is at 8 million. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Peevee is 10 million. Arms is 2 million. Like all Nintendo first party just about has crossed a million mark. Nintendo is getting that bag, man. Dude, there ain't no other way to put it, bro. Nintendo is making more money. Nintendo is making a crazy amount of money, man.
Yeah. They are. Kick the baby toy. Yeah, they are, man. So yeah, they did combine. I see it. 10 million. They did combine Pikachu and Eevee. It's some incredible numbers, though.
Right. The truth just said Kirby is above 1 million.
Super Mario Party.
Yeah, Super Mario Party is like 6 or 7.
What's going on?
Dude, these games are selling. These cats out here buying these games, bro.
I'm trying to see where we get the true drop off. Like it's dropping up, but everything is like still in the millions to Captain Toad. Then everything else.
Where's Captain Toad?
Captain Toad is over 1 million.
So what isn't over 1 million? That's a first party Nintendo title.
Well, if we're using VG charts as a measuring, Captain Toad was the last one that they kind of looked at.
So Captain Toad is the last first party, considered a first party title?
Yeah, that's the last first party title, but they don't have a lot of totals for anything else.
Okay. What else? Name some of the other titles that they don't have any totals for.
That they don't?
Yeah, that's first party.
First party.
I'm curious to see this. Because like I said, you got
Hyrule Warriors. They don't have a total for that one.
I'm pretty sure that's over 1 million. That's over 1 million. Ain't if and that's over 1 million. Now that's over if Kirby and what you just named Captain Toad is over 1 million, Hyrule Warriors is definitely over 1 million.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even remember the Kirby game.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. I remember it.
Talk about.
I played the demo of it. It's the one where you have companions.
Oh, I remember because I tried to get my wife to play it with me. And,
you have companions. Dude, Switch 2 Switch is above like 2-3 million.
Yeah.
Arms is 2, I think over 2 million now. Chronicles is over 1 million some plus. Captain Toad over 1 million. We know the Zelda game you just named that we know that's over 1 million. Mario is 13.
Even if it's not, it sold a lot on the Wii U.
Yeah, man. Nintendo is getting bags on bags on bags, like T-Pain say, racks on racks on racks. These cats making money, man. So the rumor is now that a Switch Mini is about to hit, and supposedly a revamped online service. Do you believe
it? No.
I don't either. I think the Mini might be actually real. I'm skeptical on the whole online, the revamping of the online. But I think it'd be foolish for Nintendo to release. Well, this is the reason. One group said, I think this was Game Explained, said it this way. One reason they could believe this is it would make more sense for Nintendo to create something for younger gamers that's almost like the Breadbox 2DS. They made that strictly for the younger audience. And with the new Pokemon coming out and seeing how this Pokemon has moved, the new Pokemon is gonna move. Mm-hmm. But how comfortable are parents and how willing are parents to go out and get little Jimmy, get little Tony, get little Becky a Switch like what we have for $299 and put it in the hands of a 7-8-year-old when they could go out and get a Switch Mini that's possibly designed for total mobile play, for drops, for spills that still play these titles.
Right.
And if they push that thing gonna move, bro. That's gonna move. Like if they sell like something like that, and let's say she was much money Nintendo had already made on the Switch, they can probably keep selling the Switch for $299 and sell this Mini for what, like $150? $200?
Probably 200.
Right, so $199 for the Switch Mini with all the, added protection that you would need for somebody like my daughter, who the reason I don't let her play my Switch, you ain't dropping that. That's like dropping a tablet. You know what I'm saying? That ain't finna do too much falling on the ground. But if they design a Switch that can handle the rigors of a child, where the screen might be, protected, and where it can handle those drops, I think parents would be more willing to give out $200 and then buy the new Pokemon game. I don't know. I can see that being real. I don't see the revamping of the online services though.
But I guess you're right about that. Like, you got to see what game is coming out for them to do it. And you're right. Pokemon makes sense. If they're gonna do one, it got to come out with a game. Like, oh, look, the new game coming out. Oh, look at this. So that way they can remarket the Switch. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just market itself almost.
Right. Now, Cornelia said kids have iPads. You're right. They do. And they have what they call warranties. My daughter, I got them tablets. They all got Kindle Fires. And I've already had to replace 2 of them from drops and dropping in the crack of the screen. So we had to go out and get the little bumpers and that it fits in, and you can drop it and it protects it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have never put my Switch in my daughter's hands, because that ain't finna handle. I can only imagine them dropping that on my kitchen floor, because I got all hardwood. So, and my front room, I got a carpet up, but it's just a station. It ain't glued or anything to the floor. But I just wanted something soft for my front room. But yeah, they possibly can get away dropping it there, but they dropping their tablets and cracking those left and right. So I don't know if you got any kids or not, Cornelius, and I know Keith know what I'm talking about. We ain't buying our kids. I ain't buying my kid no. I have an iPad.
Right. I'm talking to one.
You get one of them DigiPads. Oh, man. There's kids out there that got their parents' iPad out when they out and about. Ain't too many parents going out here buying their kids iPads. I doubt that. But you got 3. You got your kids some iPads, Cornelius? Let me know, bro. I need to step up, man. How old are your kids? That's what I need to ask you. 7, 8 years? Nah, my baby ain't getting nothing that I'm spending more than $80 on, so you can tear it up. Nuh-uh. That's why I didn't buy her the clamshell 3DS. I was gonna buy her that new 3DS, and I was like, in about 2 months, it won't want to snap clothes. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get her this slice of bread. You know, the 2DS look like a slice of bread.
Hey, that 3DS would have been flipped backwards. Like, how did you do this?
Cornelius said, hell no. All right, bro, I'm messing with you. But anyway, no, man, mine ain't got. They got them Kindle Fires. Like I said, I already had to replace 2. So I can see Nintendo doing something like that. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I can definitely see that as a possibility. Nintendo is making that money. So we don't know what Nintendo is going to do right now. That's probably why they can take a gamble with scrapping Metroid Prime 4 and doing it right. I think it's a smarter move than to push something out and have a Star Fox Zero situation. I would much rather them just be honest like they did and tell us, hey, bro, it ain't ready, it ain't right, so we scrapping it and starting over. And I'm cool with that. But I am interested in, he said 5, 3, and 1. Oh, bro, you definitely don't need to be giving them nothing. Don't you do it, Cornelius. That's what I got. I got 2 3-year-olds, a 8-year-old, and a 16-year-old. And all 4 of them, 3 out of the 4, one of the twins has been responsible with hers, but she had bumpers on hers from day one. All four of them I had to buy tablets for. And my at that time, my 15-year-old was a 13-year-old. So, no, man, I can't do it. And he definitely know not to touch my Switch. So he got his Xbox. One of the controllers don't feel as good as the other one. That they don't. Man. I think these parents gonna would go for that smaller Switch. And I think especially if they design it for a younger audience, I think that'd be a wise move. Go ahead and give your thoughts, Keith, and we'll move on.
I don't really have any thoughts. Pulling a D2K over here.
All right. So let's move on to this last topic and we're going to get out of here. So Athem, the Athem demo, and I'm going to say demo/beta, but the Athem demo is out and it's receiving a lot of mixed opinions. And I won't even say it's mixed. I've been hearing pretty consistently that folks were underwhelmed by the game. Have you got a chance to try it out?
I have not tried it out. You got to have on Honda to try it out.
I think so because I can't try it out.
I can't try it out.
We're gonna probably have to wait till K-Bun get back on. I'm pretty sure he'll give it a go. So, but even though we haven't played it, going off of some of the reviews and responses, can EA afford for this game to get the Mass Effect and Andromeda? Can they afford another Mass Effect Andromeda?
No, they can't. And not only this, I think EA lost the Star Wars license, or they losing the Star Wars license or something like that. No, they can't afford it. This game has to come out banging. This game has to come out good. But I just don't see these type of games lasting long. Even though they're built for that type of gameplay, I just don't see these games lasting long. Like, I was looking at it when it first dropped, I was like, yo, this is dope. And then I found out it was kind of like The Division, which was a good game, and it's fun to play with friends. But I think there's still a market for just making a mech game that's a mission-driven game and then adding regular online multiplayer. I think people still like playing that type of stuff because then you give me a reason to go play it. As it is, I wouldn't play it. I have no incentive to play it like this. Just looking at some of the stuff that I looked at, and I haven't really looked at in depth, but I'm not really interested no more.
Now let me re-ask that because I'm looking at some of the comments from The Truth and Cornelius. I'm not saying will EA go out of business or anything like that. I'm saying because we saw what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda, and it really killed the trust. And EA don't have trust with their fan base anyway, with fans anyway, gamers anyway. But they do have Madden and they do have Live to a lesser extent, and FIFA even bigger than Madden. So yeah, they always have that in their wheelhouse to run to and keep them afloat. What I'm saying is, with situations like, and we're gonna go into it with the loot boxes and the stuff that was going on with Battlefield or Battlefront? Battlefront
too. Battlefront and Battlefield.
Oh, well, both of them. And then with both of those titles. Then the debacle that was Andromeda. Now, if Anthem, they latest flagship, big open world online game ends up being a dud, will we accept anything or believe or trust anything from EA in those genres outside of the sports? That's really what I'm saying, because Mass Effect really hurt them. Like, people were upset, and I think that's why Anthem is being looked at and viewed with so much skepticism, is because of what happened with Andromeda. And if you go in and Anthem is looking like it's the next Andromeda, this can't be good for EA.
Right.
As far as a public opinion about them, even they already look bad anyway. So people will end up only buying Madden and FIFA from them. Go ahead.
I think I pretty much said everything I had to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At some point, I think it was somebody. I don't know if it was The Truth or somebody in the comment section said they just go with the sports route, and that's true, especially with FIFA. And I agree with you. They definitely just go the sports route. Why not? And it might even improve. You ask me. But yeah, they have lost a lot of trust. Nobody, is like, oh, I can't wait for the next big EA game. Speaking of EA big,
Right, man.
nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying they're waiting on the next big EA game. So yeah, they've lost a lot of trust, lost a lot of faith because like Mass Effect was one of the biggest games that they could mess up. You know what I mean? Like if you're
Right.
gonna mess up something, don't mess that up. And the fact that you had BioWare, the main team A, working on this game and not on that game, yeah, that's one of the that's just bad management. That's why
True.
you see Nintendo coming out of something talking about like, hey, we're scrapping this and we're gonna let y'all know about it.
Right.
We see the writings on
Right.
the wall.
And and they lost money. I'm pretty sure they poured a lot of money into that development, and they still probably had to pay some of that stuff to them teams, even though they're not using anything that they created. So that did take a lot for Nintendo to stand up and
Yeah,
say, "Look, it's not right, so we ain't putting it out there because we don't believe the fan base will approve or appreciate this. It won't live up to the standard." But Cornelius says something that I agree with. EA are literally living off of past reputation at this point. Like outside of Madden, which to me, I know if K-Bum was on here, he would absolutely disagree with me on this. But Madden is basically a remade game year after year.
yup.
It really is at this point. And I know when he listens to this, he's gonna have a lot to say, and I'm ready for it. But Madden basically is a reran game every year with few improvements, better lighting, better character models, a few, like you said, balancing and different things like that improved. But for the most part, it's basically Smash, like Smash Ultimate is right now, and Smash on the Wii U. That's what Madden is doing. And I ain't saying I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that's literally what they do year after year, and they getting new money every year for. They unfound me for the same game. Hold up, just a sec. All right, they gone. So I don't know, man. I feel like EA reputation, they are living off the past, and then I think even that is slowly being, it's slowly coming to a head that, man, y'all got to do something. If Andromeda, I mean, if Anthem ends up being a dud, I'm curious how this is going to position EA as being the top in the game, third party gaming.
Right. It might be a dud, man. I just don't see these type of games. Like I don't know what the division did. Let me actually look at it. I don't know what the division did as far as like sales. What's the word I'm looking for? Like the fandom behind it. I don't think it was all that well received. I thought it was a pretty game. I had fun with what I had, on the PC, but I just don't see it.
No, I don't think they're gonna fail, but I don't think they're gonna fail. I never say that. I'm just saying they won't be who they are now. Meaning, I would say EA leads as I think I don't know how you feel about this, Keith. You probably were just saying that. I think EA is the biggest third party, far as who shines and is seen as the best when it comes to third party. Not in best, like actual best games, but the number one third party company. I would say that's EA. Maybe Rockstar, and Activision somewhere below them, even though Activision does have Call of Duty and all that. I still would say EA is the biggest third party company as far as in mind share. I think that's a fair. And I'm thinking if they keep having situations like Anthem, I don't know what Anthem gonna be. They could fix Anthem and turn out to be amazing. But like currently, was how folks are looking at it, and games like Andromeda and all that, and then Madden and the stuff going on with Battlefront and Battlefield, and slowly like a team like Ubisoft or Activision or some of these other companies might end up taking that number one spot. They might drop down to the third biggest, the third, but they too big to fail. They got too much. They got Madden. They ain't got to worry about ever really failing. But having that prestige that they currently hold, I think that's going to be tarnished a little bit if this game doesn't live up. I think that's going to hurt them. And also with EA, and this will be our last conversation we get out of here. EA decided to back down from loot box fight in Belgium. So EA was, of course, overseas, they told EA that they got to take the loot boxes out of the games. That is they basically saying it's illegal. So EA, out of all the third parties, everybody else acquiesced and began to take loot boxes out of their games. But EA decided that they were going to fight it. Well, as of late, they have decided to acquiesce and they have begun to take the loot boxes out of the games. What do you think happened to cause them to wave the right flag and let this go?
Money. the potential of future products not being able to be sold and things like that. I just think it's money. I don't know too much about the story, but I didn't really see it. But I just think it's a whole money thing. It's for them, especially like resonating with the fans and things like that. That's way more important than trying to like rob people,
right,
within the game. So.
Well, I know this, man. Supposedly, that now that all that took place over in Belgium and all over there in Germany, all them different places, that the United States and northern countries are supposedly going to follow suit and put some of the same restrictions on first and third party games with these loot boxes and questioning whether these are illegal practices. I think they're saying that there's rummaging that's going to also be looked at here. I know it's being looked at, but actually put out some verbiage that restrict companies like EA and Activision and others from doing these practices. So with EA backing down and it being upheld in them other countries, do you see this also possibly going to take place at some point here in the States?
Yeah.
And in Americas?
I think so.
So what? So do you think that's going to, how do you think it's going to affect these companies, or do you think it'll be an effect at all?
No, it's going to affect the companies in the practices that they do. And the games how they develop their games moving forward. I think that's going to benefit us.
Right. So yeah, that was interesting when I saw that they decided that they wasn't going to fight it in court. That they're just going to line up and fly straight. So man, I can only imagine how, as they wave the right flag, they losing. By taking this stuff, first of all, cutting it is going to cause them to lose a lot of money because they was making crazy amounts of money from these loot boxes. And then having to go in and remove all this stuff out of the games is also going to cost money too, because they got to have the manpower to put the time in to, I guess, create the update to remove the stuff. So if this stuff hits stateside and hit the Americas, which is going to happen eventually, now that this happened there, you'll probably see legislation and restrictions hit here probably in the next few months, probably before this year's out. The same restrictions will be added to our game and template. And that's how do you think EA and companies like are going to adjust to get those? What do you think they're going to do to make that money back? And what way could you think they could do it?
I mean, that's the loot boxes and stuff is practically a mobile, it's free money, but it's like a mobile concept. I would say,
right?
I don't know. I don't think they should have ever tried it. I don't think they should have ever introduced it.
Greed, bro, greed, man. I mean, you know what John Shaw said. Fiends, man. We fiends, and they was making money. So it's the truth, dude. If you making billions of dollars on folks playing to win, and it became a $1 billion industry, like, shoot, man. I don't know what they're gonna do, but when they hit stateside, they're gonna be losing a lot of money. I hope they don't try to offset it by raising the cost of the games.
Right.
And that's a strong possibility. That's going to cause shockwaves through the industry if to get that money back, instead of paying $59.99, we paying $69.99 or $79.99. Like, that's going to cause some issues.
Right.
So I'm interested in what they're gonna do to make up that difference from the money that they, because once you get used to making that level of money, you ain't gonna be comfortable with not making it. That's why they're about to go to court. They're gonna make that difference up some way, and I'm curious to find out what way that's gonna be. But anyway, man, we're a few minutes over the time I said I wanted to get off, and me and Keith, Keith wanted to get off, so we didn't have a whole lot. The Metroid Prime was the biggest thing we really wanted to talk about, and we'll probably get back on here next time. Who you think gonna win the Super Bowl, bro? Who you rooting for? Who you going for?
Not the Patriots.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I don't care who win it.
Yeah, we do care who win it.
What I'm saying, I don't care who win it, but if the Patriots in it, not the Patriots. I'll tell you somebody from years.
In general.
In general.
I care who win it, and I don't want the Patriots to win. I'm so sick of them cheating for them boys, man. They basically called everything for the Patriots down the stretch when it really mattered. And then when he got to overtime, we all knew Brady was going to go down to score because they couldn't stop each other from scoring. And I was just hurt. Man, that hurt me when they lost that. I was like, man, I wanted what's his name, the coach for Aaron, what's his name? Andy Reid. I wanted Andy Reid to get a ring, man, or at least a shot for one. And I'm tired of Belichick and Tom Brady. I'm sick of them, man. But anyway,
they just like EA, man. Money talks.
70, heart and soul 72. No, we ain't gonna have that, man. You with us. It's Patriots going down. We rooting for the Rams. Go ahead and let your animosity towards the owner go. Just let it go for this game and just join us down with Tom Brady, down with Belichick, down with the Patriots. I'm not letting you get out. You can't be rooting for the enemy, man. All right, but anyway, any final words, man? We can get out of here.
No, man. Y'all check out My Hero Academia. I need to get more people to start watching it so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up tonight, man. Check it out.
Right.
Is it up there with Dragon Ball?
Oh yes, absolutely.
My Hero Macadamia. Okay, I'm gonna do that when I get off of here. But anyway, this has been the Live and Level Gamers podcast. We didn't have a lot to talk about, but we hope y'all enjoyed what we did. Till next time, folks, keep it safe, keep it gaming. Deuces.